guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are well. We are in Warehouse Gym this evening and I have got my training partner Blair with me. We're going to be going through legs, we're going to be taking you through the session, and throughout the session I'm going to be actually speaking about the mistakes that I made in my last contest prep and the changes I'm actually going to be making to this one and some of the changes that I've made already to make it as efficiently as possible. The good thing about this prep is that I'm linking up with Blair and that I'm going to be with him throughout my whole entire prep. Like, he's going to be transitioning into prep soon, so we're both going to be in the trenches together. And it's going to be really, really good for when you are at the back end of prep and fatigue is high. Having someone there to help you push through that last couple of reps is so important. So yeah, this is Big Dog Blair. You're going to see him on the channel quite a lot. That felt good. Keep going, keep going. Good. So tip number 1. This was the lesson that I learned from my very first prep. Do not add in a load of sugar-free sweeteners, sauces, and condiments to your diet. If you didn't have all those things in your improvement season, don't start adding them in when you're in a contest prep. You think it's going to help with sugar cravings, you think it's going to help with satiation because you're getting that flavouring or that little like sweet kick from like the sugar-free caramel sauce that you're having, but trust me, you are going to end up making these cravings a hell of a lot worse. During my first contest prep, I had a jar of sugar-free, I think it was like 0-calorie custard. I drank the whole jar at once because I was so hungry, and this is only going to cause digestive issues. And when you're in a contest prep and scale weight is relevant, like you do want to make sure that you're tracking everything to the T. When you're adding in all these different condiments, that is going to potentially cause fluctuations to scale weight due to extracellular water and due to digestive issues. So try and keep everything as simple as possible.
Good, 3 more. 2 more now. Good, 1 more with me. Right, all the way, finish it. Good.
Woo! That felt good. Big squeeze at the top. Good. Well done. Good set. Tip number 2, start your posing in plenty time. Don't wait until you're 8 weeks out from your show to start your posing. Again, this was the mistake that I made during my first season. During my first season, I had never even been to a show before going into prep. I had little to no education in regards to bodybuilding at the time, and I started posing at 12 weeks out. Don't do this. Give yourself plenty of time, especially with the standard that there is nowadays as well. Like, every single girl is showing up and they are bringing their best. And if you got 2 girls that are phenomenal from a physique perspective, the girl that's got the better posing and the better presentation is going to win. So if you're in your improvement season, practice every single day, or at least practice multiple times per week, so that when you transition into prep, it's going to be easy, because posing is essentially like cardiovascular as well. Like, if you don't pose all off season, it's going to be really difficult starting to do it again when you start prep. Every time.
Training with someone that's this tall is extremely challenging. I have to put everything low. I'm 6'3". She's about 5 foot nothing. Very nice.
That looks beautiful. Like butter.
Good. Come on in. And again. Focus, Eddie, come on. Good, again, keep it controlled all the way. Control all the way, all the way, all the way. Big drag, big drag. Yes, control you. Nice.
So it needs to go black, green, black, green.
Black, green.
Yeah, can't have two black and then a green. Stresses me out. Tip number 3, stay in your own lane, baby. Don't focus on what anybody else is doing. Even if you're a first timer and you're competing in a first timer show, it's irrelevant because everybody's journeys are completely different. You could be competing against someone that has been training for 6, 7, 8 years before you started. Everybody is at different chapters and different stages of their journey. Therefore, you can't compare what you look like when you're in chapter 1 in comparison to someone else that's maybe in chapter 15 or chapter 40. Everybody is at totally different stages, and same when it comes to body composition as well. Like, a lot of people do take inspiration as to, I want to look like her, I want to be like her, I want to have abs like her, but everybody's genetically different. Not everybody's structures are the exact same. You need to focus on your body and where you're currently at, and just try and be as positive as you possibly can in regards to where you're at, because unless you've been through this process multiple times, you've got no idea what you're going to look like at the very end. So stay in your own lane and keep focused on yourself.
You get bored, you know where
Come on, Blair. Easy, 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 easy. Yes! Good. That's a really good set.
Yep. Keep the heels planted, come on. Nice and slow. Drag now. Good, again. Big drag. Good, again, come on. Come on, man. Drag now. Good, again. I'm with you, come on. Drag. Come on, I saw you. Good.
Oh yeah, yeah. Tip number 4, make sure that your routine is in place at the very start of your prep. So as you guys know, throughout a contest prep, your expenditure is going to increase. Therefore, if you have got a 9 to 5, or even myself with my job, I need to make sure that I'm back at home to look after my clients. You want your morning routine and your evening routine to be in place from the start, because you are going to naturally have to get up earlier because there's going to be more boxes ticked in the day. And if you set the tone from the beginning, it's going to be easy when you get to 2 weeks out and you're doing like 60 minutes of cardio, because you've already got that time blocked out for it in the morning. One thing that I see with a lot of my clients is that they're chasing their tail to make, because they feel like they've not got enough time in the day. Get up earlier, go to bed earlier. It'll help significantly. You feeling okay?
Yeah, I feel great.
I've got one of the rarest personality types, and only 1% of people in the world have got my personality type, which is crazy. I am introverted, intuitive, feeling, perceiving. That's my personality type.
It's not half a mouthful though, is it?
I know.
I'm just sound.
So my top careers would be a graphic designer, an artist, a counsellor, and I would say like being a coach is kind of like being a therapist, kind of.
It's pretty much a counsellor, but with macros and...
An editor or an interpreter. I think I actually would be a quite good interpreter, to be honest.
I think people hardly understand you as it is.
I know, but this is actually a really, really good app. It's called Breeze, and it goes through like loads of different like tests for your personality, and it's really, really good. There's like little mindset games in here, and then like little motivational tips. Yeah. It's pretty cool. I really like it.
That's cool.
Anyway.
Good one. Control it, come on. Drive.
Did it. That was a good set. Woo! Tip number 5. Sorry if I sound out of breath. I'm just off the horizontal press. We did 7 plates. I'm delighted with that. Tip number 5. Stick to your off-season diet. Now, this is not something that I've done, but it is something that a lot of people do make the mistake of. You need to treat your off-season like a contest prep. You need to be meticulous with your food. You need to accurately track. I know that a lot of people feel like they can take their foot off the gas when they're in that improvement season. Yes, you can have more social occasions, that's fine. But when it comes to food, the last thing that you want is to be in a yo-yo dieting position where one day you're under eating, next day you're at maintenance, the next day you're at surplus. For you to have an easy transition down in a very, very smooth prep, you need to make sure that like pre-prep phase is consistent, and this is why I do priming phases with my clients. So we'll actually have periods of time at maintenance for like a 4-week period before we actually pull down into a deficit. So huge tip there. Yeah? Yes! Yes! Come on, Blair. Good.
No.
Good effort, though. That was good.
Yes, again. Come on in. Drive it now. Good again. Come on. Drive. Control it. Don't lose the control. One every inch. Drive. Nice.
Woo! Tip number 6. Make sure that your training is efficient throughout your whole entire prep. That was a mistake I made in my first prep. The deeper I got into prep, as my tiredness was starting to increase, as I was starting to get more fatigue, I would back off significantly during my sessions, which meant I ended up getting more expenditure later down the line. You need to make sure that the intensity of your sessions stays as close to the best you possibly can. Like, train to mechanical failure. Now, in your improvement season, this is where you will tend to do forced reps. This is where you may implement sets that take you past failure. Like with Blair, for example, we'll take sets to absolute failure. However, in a prep, you need to be smart. But this being smart doesn't mean that you strip back the weight significantly. Try and match weight as much as you possibly can. Now, it's not going to be linear. Not every session you're going to be able to match reps, but it's about not being too hard on yourself on those days either. You take some, you lose some. But as long as you're putting every single thing into the process, like your priority is to maintain tissue. You don't want to go on stage or sacrifice tissue at the back end of prep when your body is already in your body's in such a fragile position anyway. Your body's like a sponge. It's trying to do its best to keep you in a healthy range, and prep is not healthy. So train to failure, guys. Come on. No chance. Yeah. Drive.
Awesome. Good, and again. Finish strong, go on.
No, I'm just flexible. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.